Good morning, people. Today is the 11th of May, 2023, and this series is about. Um, my hair is very unruly. Is about my experiences with Obeah in Jamaica. Obeah is the form of voodoo that they have here, and I've had some quite interesting experiences with it. The first one was a very close relative of mine stayed here for a while, and she fell in love with this very nice Rasta man, and they started a relationship. The man had was married, but his wife lived in foreign, and she hardly ever visited him, or she didn't really care much about him. But when she heard that he had somebody must have told her that he was in a relationship um, with my relative. She got on the next plane and flew down and ended that right away, the relationship. And yes, and had proclaimed that she would make my relative go crazy. And I didn't hear about that till later. And on Good Thursday, just before Easter, my relative started acting very strangely. We went down to the beach. She swam out very far, and it was very wavy. Everybody got very concerned. I was trying to get a boat to bring her back in, but by the time I had managed to contact somebody to to take the boat out there, she had actually come back in, and she was acting very weird, and she obviously had a really bad psychosis, and she was telling us that she's God and we need to follow, otherwise the world will go down, and so it was quite frightening because I didn't know how I did not want to put her into any mental institution here. That was for sure. I didn't know what to do, and I contacted family and friends, and we decided that her son should come out here and that they should travel back together. So on Good Friday, he came in, and on Saturday he told me, because he's married to a girl from the area, and she had that background information that the lady had said that she would, with voodoo, with Obeah, make her go crazy. And I said, all right, well, now at least I know what to do. And the next day was Easter Sunday. Um, I drove down to my spiritual guidance person, and there were like, I think, 4 or 5 people came with us. And we came into the yard, and the lady came to see us. We were standing in a half circle facing her, and nobody acted out of order or any way, but she went straight up to the person and put her hand on her head and said, "You have a problem here." She then brought her into her room and read certain psalms out of the Bible, and I'm not sure what else she did because I wasn't there, but the person came out and was fine. There's no more mental issues, nothing. So uh, people who are in that field of psychosis and know that these things take normally a long time to get better, and it just is a very slow process and so on. It's not an instantaneous thing. So this was kind of interesting that this worked so fast. The next incident was I was chopping the garden with my machete, and I came across a bottle filled with a yellow liquid fluid, and I sort of was wondering what that could be, and I was looking around, and then I found more bottles and more bottles and more bottles and more bottles, and I ended up finding about 20 or 30 of these bottles. And then I called somebody who would have had a bit more knowledge about, because it was clear to me that there was some kind of Obeah going on there. So I called somebody, and the person asked me in which direction was it, which direction was it from my house, and I said it was in the east. And he said, well, if it's in the east, then somebody wants to harm you. Now, I can't say that I was harmed, but my dog stopped eating. I brought him to the vet, and he gave him some injections and this and that, but it didn't help. He still didn't eat, and then I went down to my counselor there, my spiritual counselor there, and she gave me this little amulet to put around his neck, and she said I should get some earth out of the garden, and mix it with water and give him that water to drink. And I did that, and almost instantly the dog started eating again, and all was good again. But it was kind of yeah, it was a bit frightening, and I still to this day do not really know who did it and what their intentions were. But that is how it is, and that is how the story ends. So please, if you like this story and if you want to hear more stories, like and subscribe. And if you have $1 or $2 or $3 or $5 to donate to me, I would very much appreciate that. I'm having a real financial hard time after the COVID, and having no guests for 3 years. My PayPal address is coolestcam@gmail.com, and coolest with C. Okay, and wish you all the best, and hopefully, and next time, the next video will be about my electricity, how I got electricity, and how I managed to sometimes have light up here and sometimes not. So that will be the next story. See you till then. Bye bye.